Hey, today I'm coming to you from the JP Teams listing at Waverly Muse. It's a studio loft in a gorgeous central building with live-in super and a beautiful roof deck. The studio is available for rent for $3,000 a month. If you've ever searched for homes, you'll notice that looking at homes online is a lot like online dating. The pictures look a certain way, and then when you get to the property, it looks like something else. So real estate descriptions have a lot of things and hidden meanings in them that to the regular person, they may, ignore or not understand, but I'm here to help you understand and decipher some of the lingo in the descriptions that can help you know exactly what you're getting into when you go see an apartment. So if you're looking for space, you may want to look out for words like cozy or quaint or starter home. These are all words that may signal that the home is actually small. That's the real word. So one of the biggest things to look out for in a description, especially since a lot of things these days are virtually rendered, are things like handyman special, needs TLC, as is, potential, opportunity. These are all signals that the place needs a lot of renovation. So if you see any words like that, like opportunity or anything like that, just be aware that this is a renovation project. A lot of times you can get hints on whether the price is negotiable or not. So if you see something like motivated seller, it probably means that the seller will entertain a lower offer. But if you see something that says price to sell, it means that it's already been priced low, so you can forget about submitting your lowball offer. So New York City is unique in a lot of ways because we have things like income restricted buildings, which the price is usually amazing for what you're getting, but a lot of times you'll notice in the description it'll say things like HDFC or income restricted, and that is why you're seeing an amazing price, because there are certain restrictions on the income. So that's something very unique to our city. Another thing that is somewhat unique to our city is that a lot of things are sold based on offering plans. So you may see beautiful renderings of an apartment or a building that is not yet standing, and ways to decipher or know whether or not they're actually built yet. You'll see things like offering from sponsor, or sometimes they'll say completion fall of 2020 or spring of 2021. It just means that what you're going to see may not actually be a finished product. So another thing to note is there is a difference between updated and renovated. Something can be updated 5 years ago, 10 years ago. You can still write that it's updated in the description. But if something is renovated, that means it was actually changed and is upgraded and probably more modern to our times. If something is gut renovated, then you can be sure you're getting like a brand new renovation. So the kind of finishes, if that sort of thing is important to you, then words like that you're going to want to look out for. Especially if it says something like vintage, that probably means that it's very dated. Another one that's kind of questionable is move-in ready. Something can be move-in ready and actually in pretty good shape, or something can be move-in ready and it needs some type of repair, but you can live in it. So move-in ready is like one of those questionable terms where you may want to ask what condition the apartment is in. So another thing unique to New York, or I would say unique, probably more common in New York, is to see something called a kitchenette in the description. And be aware that kitchenette is not a kitchen. A kitchenette is usually a form of a kitchen, as in probably a space somewhere in the corner that has a half fridge, or maybe a 2-burner, and definitely not an oven. So kitchen does not equal kitchenette, does not equal kitchen. And while we're on the topic of things unique to New York City, the word convertible or flex usually means that the number of bedrooms advertised is not legally the number of bedrooms in the apartment. So if you're seeing a convertible 3, it probably is really a 2-bedroom. You can put up a wall and make a 3rd bedroom. Or flex 2 means, I don't know, maybe it's like an open loft and you can make 2 bedrooms somewhere. So flex convertible means deduct maybe 1 room from the equation. And in New York, we have a lot of lofts, but loft can mean many things. Loft can be, you know, converted warehouse that's, you know, super big and lofty, or it could just mean really high ceilings. And maybe not as big of a space. So the word loft in New York is very flexible. It could mean an actual loft, or it could just mean like a lofted bed somewhere in the apartment. If you see pets case by case in the description, it most likely means that your 100-pound Mastiff is not accepted there. And something you'll see more so in the boroughs, in houses and things like that, are do not disturb occupants, or drive-by only, or sometimes they ask for like advanced access, like 28, 48-hour notice. This means that there is probably no access to the property, or very limited access to the property. And last but certainly not least, when you see cash deal only in the description, not every building is financeable, and not every property, especially if it needs to be renovated, is financeable. So those are things to look out for. If it says cash only, it means no financing. So if you have a mortgage, you may want to just pass. And if you don't know, now you know. I hope that this has been a helpful tutorial on deciphering real estate lingo. I'm sure there's a lot more we haven't covered, but if you have any questions on things in descriptions, definitely feel free to reach out. As always, I'm here to help.